February 14th, 2001, I arrived home from work to find that my daughter Chelsea had stopped breathing. We called an ambulance and she was medevaced to another state where she was diagnosed with shaken baby syndrome, a completely preventable form of child abuse. She was now diagnosed with cerebral palsy, cortical visual impairment, epilepsy, and reflux. Whoops, hold on, roadblock.
Don't worry, I get through it.
Some breakfast?
Can I have another piece of bacon?
13 years later, she still doesn't walk. She's still in diapers, needs help with all daily activities, and has developmental delays. In the last 13 years, she's had several major surgeries. Come on, so close! So close! Yeah!
My name is Chelsea Ford. I have a shaken baby and I have a brain injury.
My name is Shannon Byron. I'm the president and co-founder of Stop Shaken Baby Syndrome Incorporated.
My name is Cindy Franciosa. I am the co-founder and director. Shaken baby syndrome happens when you just take your child and you shake vigorously back and forth, causing the brain to bounce back and forth in the skull.
Most people don't know that it only takes 3 seconds to cause permanent lifelong injury. That 70% of the perpetrators are young males between the ages of 19 and 22 years old. That 80% of offenders have no violent history. In the last 7 years, we've taught over 70 workshops, bringing information to thousands of new parents and parents in crisis. Everybody's got, life things going on, and you can't get this baby to stop crying. And you've tried everything, and you're taking them for rides, and you've got the car seat going like this, but you've done it for days and days and days. So succumb into the frustrations of an inconsolably crying child. Our approach to shaken baby education is unique in that we understand that parents get frustrated. We give them resources for stress management skills. When the market crashed, the number of shaken baby cases in Massachusetts literally doubled from past years. You have to put it down, no matter what it is. Fighting with a boyfriend, terrible job, car breaking down. Don't ever, ever, ever take that to pick up your baby. Step away from the situation, close the door, take a breath. No child ever died from crying. Babies die all the time because parents don't walk away, caregivers don't walk away. We've also been able to reach several families who have been affected by shaken baby syndrome, offering them support and a network of other parents going through the same thing. We're so proud with what we've done, but now it's time to take the next step. We're trying to bring the Train the Trainer program to 7 families in 7 different states. That'll provide them educational materials, brochures, and the video they need. After I train the trainer how to go out and start classes in their community, they would be able to go out and train another affected family member, making this a sustainable or self-sustainable project. We want to break down the stigma of shaken baby syndrome. We want to provide a way for affected families, but also the perpetrators, to be able to give back to their community.
It looks like a rainbow.
My daughter's injury was at the hands of her father. He wasn't trying to hurt her. He was 20 and he was home alone with small baby, not having the resources, not having somebody to talk to when he got frustrated. It's not always easy for the general public to understand offering forgiveness to somebody that's hurt a child, but Stop Shaken Baby Syndrome Incorporated is about love. It's not about negativity, it's not about longer sentences. It's about how do we find a way to make change. Chelsea, want to play Candyland?
One car.
Shaken baby syndrome can happen to newborns up to the age of 5 years old. Just meeting the wide spectrum of kids that this affects, from people who walk to people who need to be on feeding tubes. I joined this family 3 years after Chelsea was injured. I am responsible for things like changing her diaper, clipping her fingernails, giving her a bath, things that you don't really think about having to do for a 13-year-old.
More and more, Chelsea is learning how to walk and how to better speak, to spell.
She's learned how to draw better.
Yeah. Now that she's bigger, it's harder to take her to do things. It's also very scary to know that when I'm older trying to raise my family, I'm also probably going to have to take care of my younger sister.
60% of this country doesn't know what shaken baby syndrome is. We want to make sure every person has shaken baby syndrome education. Please help us prevent other children from being injured or losing their lives. Thank you so much.